and welcome to Anthony's Brick Build, and today we will be comparing two LEGO Star Destroyers. On the right here with the 75190, the first Order Star Destroyer. This one came out in 2017 for 160 USD with 1,416 pieces. Also has 6 minifigures. And then on the left here we have the 75394 Imperial Star Destroyer of 1,555 pieces. This one came out in the great year of 2024, and it has 7 minifigures. Now, I can't wait to go over these two builds with you guys today and do some great comparisons, but before we go further on into it, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Turn notifications button on if you have not already, and let me know in the comment section below when this video is over what your favorite set is. But let's jump right on in and take a look at the minifigures. Alright, so for our two minifigure categories, we'll go over the first order one first. We have a first order general, a first order gunner, two first order stormtroopers. One does have a cool pauldron, and then we do have Supreme Leader Snoke, and then we do have BB-9E. Now, these are some really cool figures. I really do like BB-9E and the Commander Stormtrooper. Very cool minifigures. As we move over to the Imperial one, we have Imperial Stormtrooper, Imperial Navy Trooper, Imperial Gunner, and Imperial Crew Member, Commander Paji, Darth Vader, and then the anniversary figure of Cal Kestis. If you do want a more in-depth on all of these characters, please check out the videos on the end screens where I'll be going over all these in detail in my separate reviews. So I'm going to definitely put it off the ball first and say that the Imperial one does have some great minifigures. I love that they did bring back the Imperial Crew Member. This is basically the same one from the UCS Star Destroyer, just with no printed arms. I really like the character. Very happy about that one. But if you go over to the First Order one, you have great characters like BB-9E and in the First Order Stormtrooper. Very awesome characters all in all. But I'm definitely going to give it to the Imperial one, just having a lot of good characters and just having some new molds, some new prints, and just making them all look good. And the anniversary Cal Kestis minifigure really takes it over the top because this is a really great figure. Unfortunately, did not include BD1, but we're going to be putting it a point for the Imperial Star Destroyer over the First Order one. But now let's take a look at the main builds themselves. Alright, so here are the Star Destroyers right here. Now, we do have the Imperial one on the left, First Order on the right. Now, first thing you're probably wondering is, man, Anthony, that is much bigger than I would have thought. Yes, the First Order Star Destroyer is a lot bigger than in the Imperial one, but I do think that these are both the same price. Now, I do have some shrinkflation going on here from the 2014 Star Destroyer to the 2024 Star Destroyer, but in universe, the First Order one is much larger than an Imperial Star Destroyer. So I just think that is pretty good. I think LEGO might have been looking at that from their 2017 Star Destroyer model to their 2024 Star Destroyer model. So we'll be jumping right on into the outside. So we're going to be looking at their sides right here. Just going to compare them right here. Now on the Imperial one, we do have a lot of just light gray, just making it all look very nice, and there's some great greebling details that has studs and tile pieces. While on the First Order one, we do have a lot more clashing of dark gray and light gray. So I do think it looks kind of good on the First Order one, but I definitely do love the nice clean look of an Imperial gray Star Destroyer. Now for play features, on the Imperial one, we do have this back tab that you can push in and pull out. So these kind of turrets, these big turbo lasers, do move back and forth, and then you do push down on this and send a flick fire missile, sending into oblivion. I haven't found my other ones yet. And then we do have on the First Order one, play features on the exterior are actually very small. You just have these stationary stud shooters that just, you flick it and you never really find it again. I think that fell behind me somewhere. And then you do have not much on this side of the Star Destroyer. We do flip them around to the other side. It is just a basically copy and paste. Now we do have for the back, we'll take a look at their engines real quick. This is the Imperial one, and then you flip it around to get a look at the First Order one. You can see just how many more engines there are on the First Order one because it is just so much bigger in the LEGO scale and in universe. One thing I definitely don't entirely like about the Imperial one is that there's no like blue on these back engines right here. I really would have loved them using a different piece. I actually have a couple pieces that would have worked really well. One of those kind of like older flick fire missile pieces that you had, like that kind of piece right here, and then you had the cone. That piece would have worked really nice, stick it in between all these, and you're able to get that really good kind of flick fire missile piece. That would have looked really cool, and let's put like 1x1 or like one of those kind of dish pieces right here in that trans clear color. Now that would have looked really good, kind of like what they did on the first order one. But now as we flip them around, you're probably wondering, how do we access the inside of these two bad boys? First order one is extremely simple. Just lift up the bridge and then open it up like so. It is that easy. Now on the Imperial one, there is an extra step that you have to kind of finagle this top bridge piece out, and then you are able to open it up. So this is what they look like opened up. They definitely do look a little funny. I really do like on the Imperial one how much gray there is, while on the first order one there's like tan, red, and I just think it looks a little more cleaner on the Imperial one. Now as we move to the inside, we'll do the first order one first. Since it's a little bigger, we do have a lot more space for crew members, 4 seats instead of the 2 on the Imperial one. Nice command walkway, I really do like that one, while the Imperial one has tiles. I would have loved this to be tiled off. We're using the same minifig pose element design right here. That would have looked actually really good. And then they have some stickers on the back, kind of like what they do on the Imperial one. As we move to one of the sides right here, we have like a little elevator, a droid, a kind of meeting room, and then as we go to the other side, another command room right over here. And then we do have Supreme Leader Snoke on here with one of those really cool Emperor Palpatine pieces right here. We really like that piece, so we put him back right there. Where does it go? Right there. So that's it for the first order one. As we move over to the Imperial one, kind of talked about already the front section. As we move up to the back, there is like a little medical area, a tactical area, which I really do enjoy. Something that was not included on the first order one. Some really cool kind of sticker pieces in the back, some more control panels. And then I guess what could count as a meeting room or a desk to get some paperwork done, because Vader wants that report done, or that lightsaber is going to go off in a particularly unpleasant way. And we do have some standing room inside the Star Destroyer, but I do definitely give the First Order Star Destroyer a point on the interior, but definitely the Imperial one on the exterior. Now as we put them back together, you gotta make sure that the Imperial one gets all the way in the center like so. And then the First Order one is a little simpler. That goes together like so. And then we put the top cap on the Imperial one. And you just gotta kind of shimmy it in and it gets in there. Now we're gonna be talking about flyability, really. So for the First Order Imperial one, you have this hook right here, and you can lift it up, and it is pretty good. It is light, and it's nice and balanced. It's not like it's leaning one way or the other. And then we can close it up to make it look really clean. As we move over to the First Order one, you have this hook right here that is far more heavier than the Imperial one, but it definitely does feel just as balanced and a little heavier, I'm going to say it like that. So I'm going to give it to a little bit lighter for the Imperial one, but definitely don't miss out if you have the opportunity on the First Order one. Thank you guys for joining for this wonderful episode of Anthony's Brick Quiz. We went over the Imperial Star Destroyer and the First Order Star Destroyer. I really do like the Imperial one, but the First Order one does have its charms, even though the win is going to the gold 75394. So this was a really fun video to film. I hope you guys did enjoy it as well. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to notifications button on if you haven't already. I'll see you guys in the next LEGO Star Wars video. Have a great rest of your day, and may the Force be with you.